Hey y'all, Daniel Aaron here, your guide to vibrant living coach, teacher, writer, and I am excited to see you. My first time Facebook Live in 2019 with something that I'm really psyched about. It's in part because it's so useful to me, and so I'm guessing that it will be to you, and also because it's a bit revolutionary for me. And this is great because it applies whatever you are doing in your life, and also applies because we're probably all suffering from this without realizing it. And that is this: when we proceed through the day. Right? So for example, some of us have some kind of conscious ritual in the morning, a practice, spiritual practice, something like that. Excuse me. And we tend to get from that a level of presence and good feeling in ourselves that oftentimes either immediately disappears right after that or slowly declines and gets further away from us throughout the day. And I've been a bit obsessed lately with brain science and quantum mechanics and applying it to spirituality. And in a great book I'm reading right now called Neuro Wisdom, I got this further reminder, enough that I finally took action on it, of the importance of taking little breaks throughout the day. And I'm going to give it to you very specifically how to utilize it. And this is partially because for me, I knew that in my head, but I didn't have the protocol or the way of doing it to make it really useful. Now, many things you can do in this time, and it can be literally as small as 10 seconds per incident, and say, every 30 minutes or 60 minutes, once or twice in an hour. The best thing to do, the best way to do it, is set up for yourself a reminder system. There are lots of free apps you can get for the computer, for Android's apps, all of that. That just all you really need is for it to ring a bell or whatever sound you want, at whatever time period you want. And when that happens, you got options. Standard, easy one, and do this, probably at least once an hour, maybe every 3 or 4 times you switch to something else. And it is just this. But not specifically that. It's just 10 seconds of breathing, stretching, perhaps a slow stretch of the neck. Also, what works really well in those minis, in those 10 seconds, is a conscious yawn. We'll give it to you. Y'all, the power of the yawn is shocking. And I learned about this 20-something years ago when I did my training in transformational breath work. By the way, side note, if you want to get even more bliss from your yawn, right at the point when you maximally fill up, at that point, take in a few sharp breaths. You go, it's very powerful. I'll list for you some of the benefits of yawning down below. And last thing on yawning, first times you do it, it might feel fake. It's kind of like laughter yoga. In the beginning, you're faking it. Then soon what will happen is it will kick in and go naturally. Incredible benefits to yawning. Okay, so that's your standard. Just a little stretching, a little breathing, a yawn. Could be 10 seconds, could be 6 to 60 seconds. That's the one you do frequently. Every third or fourth time, do something different. I love this one. Just daydream. Just daydream. Allow yourself to fantasize, to drift off. The power of this to engage your mind's, your brain's creativity centers, to change your focus like that is so restorative and so useful. One, to get out of the negative emotions and effects of stress. 2, to open up our brain and our being into a new creativity. It will multiply your effectiveness, your energy, your pleasure, and your motivation by several factors. All right. Another great one is to just focus on one of your goals or aims, something that you want to create, whether it's today or 50 years from now or 2,000 years from now. You're just going to take 60 seconds or so and say, yeah, that thing, and maybe you visualize it, feel into it. What does it sound like when you've achieved it? Really place yourself in that position. Make sense? So let's wrap it up. Keep it simple. You could do many more things. The main thing, though, is you use some kind of reminder system. And I'll list a few for you below in the comments so that you get a bell every 30 to 60 minutes when that happens. Your standard response is to take 10 to 60 seconds to stretch, breathe, or yawn. Really simple, powerful. Every third or fourth time you get a bell, you take it to a different level and you go at least 60 seconds, maybe up to 3 minutes to daydream, fantasize, or focus on a specific goal and place yourself there. All right, enough said for now. I hope y'all like it. I hope it's useful. And thanks for watching. See you later.